more somatically based and emphasize the recognition and transformation of the body's response to trauma. Despite this increase in recognition of the role of nonverbal and implicit communications in the treatment of trauma, expressive arts therapy, the integrative use of movement, music, sound, art, improvisation, theater, creative writing, and play, has often been left out of the array of recognized psychotherapeutic approaches to traumatic stress. One reason for this derives from the marginalization of the arts themselves within modern society. Their impact on quality of life, mental health, and general wellness is often misunderstood or devalued. Science is now providing the evidence for what humans have always known, making it increasingly plausible to explain just why the expressive arts may be uniquely effective when it comes to addressing traumatic stress. Why incorporate expressive arts in your work? The primary intention of this book is to describe the psychotherapeutic benefits of expressive arts therapy in work with trauma. It also explains key frameworks and approaches that all practitioners can apply to their work with traumatized individuals to help them actively address overwhelming reactions and harness the power of the arts, play, and imagination for health and well-being. When speaking to audiences about how to apply expressive arts therapy with children, adults, and families, I often ask them to consider these questions. What if you could actually enhance your current approach to helping individuals with traumatic stress? What if you could introduce them to approaches that support self-regulation and assist them in experiencing the body's response to trauma in a safe manner? What if you could help individuals learn and practice these skills in playful and enlivening ways? And what if you could help them to use imagination to create new, reparative narratives that transform the traumatic memories that reside in both mind and body? Expressive arts therapy is a circumscribed form of psychotherapy grounded in arts-based methodology and bottom-up approaches that capitalize on the sensory-based qualities of movement, music and sound, visual arts, dramatic enactment, and other forms of creative communication. However, expressive arts therapy is also value-added when combined with effective approaches therapists already use to successfully effect change. These include verbal forms of psychotherapy, somatically based models, mindfulness practices, and even brain-based methods involving reprocessing and neurofeedback. If you are a psychotherapist using one or more of these approaches, this book is an invitation to begin to integrate drawing, movement, music, creative writing, improvisation, and play in your work. These expressive methods will enhance your relationship with your clients and teach them sensory-based approaches that support affect regulation and a sense of safety. These approaches will also help both children and adults identify their body's responses to distress, transform trauma-laden stories into resilient narratives, and relearn how to experience pleasure and aliveness once again. Even if you have had minimal arts experience, I hope you will be convinced that these approaches are powerful means of communication that capture not only the brain's explicit imprint of traumatic stress, but also the body's implicit experience that does not translate easily through words alone. If you are an art therapist, dance movement therapist, music therapist, or drama therapist, you may already have many of the foundational skills described in this book. But you may not have considered how you can strengthen your approach by strategically including other art forms in your work, ones that you may not have considered, such as drawing, movement, sound, improvisation, play, and storytelling. It is this integrative experience that can make a difference in clients' ability to more quickly and effectively address traumatic stress and engage their own healing processes. For expressive arts therapists, I hope this book becomes a framework for art-based approaches to traumatic stress that are based not only in neurobiology, but also in our growing understanding of culturally relevant healing practices that are found only in the arts. How the book is organized. The first 3 chapters of this book provide an overview of major concepts and frameworks. Chapter 1 explains the origins of expressive arts.